Hello and welcome back to The Deep Dive. We're the show that takes all those sources, digs deep, and gives you the key insights you need. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, if you find what we uncover valuable, maybe consider buying us a coffee. Just scan the QR code right there in the podcast cover art. It really does help us keep the series going, so thank you. Also, before we jump in today, a quick thank you to our sponsor. This deep dive was brought to you by ProCare Hanoi. They're the phone and laptop repair shop that the expat community really trusts. You get fast service, clear communication, honest advice, basically. Everything you need when your tech decides to act up. We'll talk more about them later. Okay, so today we are really getting into a topic that seems to be buzzing more and more, especially for expats and travelers looking for value. Dental treatment in Vietnam. You've probably heard stories, maybe seen some reviews online and wondered, is it really that good? The service, the expertise. So our mission here is to unpack why Vietnam's become such a hot spot for dental tourism. And crucially, what advice you absolutely need before you even think about booking a flight. Plus, we'll name some specific clinics that come highly recommended. Okay, let's unpack this. So the big question first. Why Vietnam? What's pulling people from all over the world for dental work? What's the deal?
It's really a mix of things working together, not just one single factor. But the headline grabber, the one everyone notices first, is definitely affordability.
Yeah, the sources consistently point to major cost savings. We're often talking 50%, sometimes even up to 70% less than you'd pay back home in, say, the US, Australia, or Europe. And this difference is huge for the big stuff like crowns, maybe a full set of veneers, or especially dental implants. Those can cost a fortune elsewhere.
70%, wow, that's significant.
Mm-hmm.
But does cheap mean, lower quality? That's always the worry, isn't it?
That's the key point, and it's fascinating. What's really interesting here is that this affordability doesn't seem to come at the expense of quality. It's not just about lower wages, though that plays a part. It's more about efficient clinic operations, maybe different healthcare economics, smoother supply chains. These clinics manage to keep their overheads down, and importantly, they pass those savings on to you, the patient. But they're still using high-quality materials, modern equipment. It's less about cutting corners, more about a different economic setup. Okay, that distinction's important. Cost-effective, not just cheap. So if quality isn't sacrificed, how are they maintaining these high standards? What's behind that?
Right, that leads us to the second crucial factor, the actual quality of care. What we consistently find is that a lot of Vietnamese dentists actually train overseas. We're talking top dental schools in Australia, the US, France, South Korea sometimes too. They bring back that international knowledge, that clinical experience.
So there's a solid educational foundation.
Exactly. And beyond that, there seems to have been a real push, maybe some government support, for medical tourism infrastructure. Plus, the local market is competitive, so clinics, especially in the big cities like Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, they're pushed to invest in the latest tech. You walk in, and often it feels like a clinic anywhere in the West. Modern chairs, digital x-rays, high sterilization standards, they focus a lot on patient comfort too.
That sounds impressive. State-of-the-art facilities combined with overseas training. Okay. And I've also heard it's just easy, like they really cater to foreigners. Here's where it gets really interesting for people planning a trip, I think.
Absolutely. That's the third big piece.
Yeah.
The convenience factor for international patients. Many clinics are practically built around serving foreigners. So finding fluent English-speaking staff, that's pretty standard, which is a huge relief when you're talking about medical stuff.
It definitely takes away a major stressor.
For sure. And pricing tends to be very transparent. Lots of clinics put their price lists online. Booking is easy too, often digital, through websites or email. Some clinics even offer things like airport pickups if you're coming in for major work.
Wow, like a full service package almost.
Pretty much.
Sure.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, this combination, the cost, the quality, and this level of convenience, that's really what makes Vietnam stand out. It's not just about fixing teeth, it's the whole experience they've streamlined.
That paints a really compelling picture. Okay, so we see why it's popular. But let's switch gears a bit. For someone listening now thinking, okay, I'm interested, what does this all mean practically? What are the crucial tips, things you really need to know before you go? What might trip someone up?
Right. This is where planning becomes absolutely critical. First thing, plan ahead. Seriously, plan ahead. This isn't like popping in for a cleaning. If you're thinking about crowns, implants, bridges, things that take time, you need multiple visits. There's often lab work involved, healing time needed between stages. You can't just squeeze it into a long weekend.
Good point. Rushing dental work sounds like a bad idea.
A very bad idea. Second tip, if you have recent x-rays, maybe even treatment plans from your dentist back home, send those ahead. Email them to the clinics you're considering. Most Vietnamese clinics are great about giving preliminary quotes and outlining their proposed treatment based on that info.
So you can compare options before you even leave home.
Exactly. It gives you a clearer picture of costs, the approach they'll take. It's like getting a remote consultation almost. And then this one's super important. Build in buffer days. Don't book your flight home for the day after your final appointment.
Cutting it too close. I can see how that could go wrong.
Totally. Things might need a minor adjustment. A crown might need a slight tweak after a day or two. Or maybe you just need an extra day for swelling to go down. You really don't want to be getting on a long flight feeling uncomfortable or worried. Give yourself a cushion. A few extra days at the end of the trip.
Makes sense. Relax, recover, maybe even enjoy the location a bit.
Yeah.
What else? How do you pick the right clinic?
That's key. Check reviews very carefully. Don't just rely on the clinic's own website testimonials. Those are always going to be positive.
Right. Need the real story.
Dig into independent sources. Expat forums online, Google reviews are usually pretty revealing. Maybe Facebook groups for foreigners in Vietnam. Look for detailed reviews, especially from other dental tourists. See what people say about communication, the actual results, how problems were handled if any came up. A shiny website isn't everything.
Good advice. Look for patterns in the feedback.
Yes. And finally, something that shows a clinic's confidence. Ask about guarantees or warranties, especially for major work like implants or crowns. Many reputable clinics will offer some kind of warranty. It suggests they use good materials and stand by their work.
That's a good signal of quality, yeah.
It really is. This raises an important question, how do you separate the good from the great when you're choosing from so far away? These practical steps, like checking warranties and reviews, help build that trust.
Fantastic practical advice. Doing the homework is clearly non-negotiable. Okay, even with those tips, finding specific names helps. Can you give us some clinics that consistently get good feedback, some reputable places?
Definitely. Based on, combing through reviews, forum discussions, and feedback from both expats living there and dental tourists, several names pop up repeatedly across the main cities. So in Hanoi, up north, you've got some solid choices. West Coast Dental Clinic often gets mentioned. It's seen as quite high-end, often has foreign management, and they seem particularly strong in implants and cosmetic work.
Okay, high-end option.
Then there's Serenity International Dental. They get a lot of praise for communication, professionalism. Seems very popular with the expat crowd there.
Good communication is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another one, though maybe at a slightly higher price point, is International SOS Dental. Known for consistent service, reliable, maybe good if you're on a shorter trip and just want something dependable.
Got it. Hanoi covered. What about down south in Ho Chi Minh City? Huge city. Must be lots of options.
Huge city, yeah. East Rose Dental is a big name there, especially for dental tourists. They seem to hit a good sweet spot between being affordable but still delivering really high quality.
Balancing cost and quality.
Right. If you need something really complex, maybe major reconstructive work or cosmetic surgery alongside dental, Worldwide Dental and Cosmetic Surgery Hospital specializes in that. They handle the big, complex cases.
Okay, for specialized needs.
And Starlight Dental is another one frequently mentioned for great customer service and really modern, comfortable facilities.
Customer service matters a lot in healthcare. Good to know. And Da Nang, Central Vietnam, popular tourist spot.
Yeah, Da Nang too. Green Dental gets consistently good reviews there.
Yeah.
People mention how clean it is, modern equipment, and that the dentists are very gentle.
Gentle is good.
Definitely. And there's also My Dental Clinic. It might be a bit smaller, but it has a really strong reputation for personalized service and making patients feel well cared for.
Excellent. That gives people concrete starting points in major hubs.
And the good thing, tying back to convenience, is most of these places have their prices online. You can usually contact them easily via WhatsApp or email to ask questions or even book before you arrive, planning ahead like we said.
That's super helpful. A great list to start the research. Okay, before we wrap up the dental discussion, let's circle back quickly to our sponsor, ProCare Hanoi. Because let's face it, when you're traveling or living abroad, your tech working is pretty essential too.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of the unsung hero, isn't it? Your phone, your laptop. And ProCare Hanoi, they specialize in exactly that for expats. Phone and laptop repairs. They've been around since 2009, apparently.
Long time, built a reputation.
Yeah. And what people seem to value is the honesty, the clear communication in English, which is vital fair prices, and getting things done quickly. They're right in Tay Ho, Hanoi, which is convenient for many expats.
Right in the expat hub.
Exactly. And, when your phone's your map, your translator, your connection back home, having a reliable repair place like ProCare is, well, invaluable.
Totally. So check them out on Facebook or procarehanoi.com. and maybe let them know the deep dive sent you.
Good idea.
All right, so we've covered the why of Vietnam for dental work, the crucial how-to plan effectively, and some specific where-to-go recommendations. Let's synthesize this. What's the final takeaway? If someone's weighing their options, what's the bottom line?
Well, putting it all together, the core message really seems to be, yes, getting dental work in Vietnam can genuinely be worth it for a lot of people. You get this powerful mix of high-quality care, often with internationally trained dentists and modern gear, but at a significantly lower cost. It makes complex treatments much more accessible.
But with caveats, right? It's not foolproof.
Definitely caveats. Success really depends on you being proactive. The advice we talked about, follow it. Don't rush. Allow plenty of time for the consultations, the treatment itself, proper healing, any adjustments needed. Manage your expectations. It's still medicine. Things can happen.
Communication seems vital too.
Hugely vital. Choose a clinic where you feel comfortable, where they communicate clearly, answer all your questions. Don't feel pressured. Make sure you understand and agree with the treatment plan. That diligence pays off.
So smart planning, clear communication, realistic expectations.
Exactly. And, stepping back, it's interesting how many people combine this with travel. It's not just fly in, get drill, fly out. People plan their dental work and then spend time recovering somewhere beautiful.
Like turning a necessity into a better experience.
Precisely. Imagine getting your crowns done and then heading off to relax by the beach in Da Nang, or explore Hoi An's charming old town, or maybe see the scenery in Ninh Binh. It reframes the whole thing. Dental tourism might sound a bit clinical or maybe even intimidating at first glance, but I think this deep dive shows that, particularly in Vietnam, it can be a really smart, economical, and actually quite a rewarding choice. It blends healthcare with a positive travel experience. It almost makes you think differently about accessing care, doesn't it? Not just a chore, but potentially part of a bigger, better experience.
That's a really insightful way to frame it. Not just fixing a problem, but integrating care into life and travel. A fantastic summary. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into dental treatment over in Vietnam. We really hope this gives you, our listeners, a solid foundation to make informed choices if this is something you're considering. And just a gentle reminder, if you found this exploration helpful, enjoy the dive, please do consider buying us that coffee. Scan the QR code in the cover art. Your support honestly makes a huge difference in keeping this series running. Thank you. And one more time, a massive thank you to ProCare Hanoi for sponsoring this deep dive. Helping expats stay connected with reliable tech repair is so important. Until next time, stay curious, keep digging deeper,